Today we're going to learn about value scales. Our fourth grade learning target is I can create a value scale. Here is an example of a value scale. A value scale is going from lights to darks. Value is the lightness or darkness of a color. So as you can see by these examples, this artwork, a digital artwork, was made by using values, grays, whites, and blacks, going from light to dark. Here's a pencil drawing done with only lights and dark gray. Value doesn't necessarily have to be black and white either. It could be in color. You could have lights and darks of one color. So why do we use a value scale? Well, we use a value scale to help make things look three-dimensional. If you create a value scale, you can add depth to your art. Depth is making something look 3D. So right here we have a circle, but we want it to look like a sphere. So in order to do that, we have to add value. Lights to darks. Here's a cylinder, but we want to make that look 3D also. So we add lights to darks. But where do we put the darks and where do we put the lights? Well, we have to have a light source. Value is needed to make art look 3D and realistic, and the light makes shadows or values. So here, the light you see comes from either the sun or a light or lamp in your room or house. So here are some examples of some drawings. On the right, you can see there's a sun shining down on a cube from the right side, and it's making the shadow fall on the left side. Over here we have a lamp, and it is shining on the left, so all the dark shadows are on the right. Now we're going to learn about how to create your own value scale. So today I want us to learn how to create a basic value scale with 5 values so that you will be able to put 5 values into your artwork. In this video I want to show you how to create a 5 value scale. I'm going to start by creating a rectangle, and in that rectangle I'm going to divide it up into 5 sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now they don't have to be equal. This is just to have a place for you to color in to make your values. This furthest value is going to be black. So I'm just going to write the word black. You don't have to do that, but I want to make sure you understand this is going to be the darkest value. Down here is going to be the lightest value, so it'll be white. Now since the paper's already white, I don't really have to do anything in that one. To do the black value, I'm going to color by pressing as hard as possible, using pressure to make this the darkest value I can make, the darkest color. This will be the darkest value in my value scale. So I want it to be as close to black as I can get. So I'm going to go over it many, many times to make it super dark. Now I'm going to go over to the other end, but I don't need to color in anything in the white area because that's white. I'm going to go to the second box. I want that to be a light gray because we're going to gradually get darker. So I'm going to color this one in light gray by barely touching the paper. Now I'm going to move up and make this one a little bit darker than this one by coloring it in to make it look just like the first one, but then to make it darker I'm going to go over it a second time so we can put 2 layers. Now I have a darker value than this one. Now this one needs to be the 3rd darkest value, but not as dark as this. So I'm going to start very light, just like I did on the second box. Then I'm going to go over it a second time. So it should be matching the middle box, and now I'm going to go over it a third time. Your goal is to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different colors or values. And this is called a value scale. If you can make different values, then you can shade in your drawings.